It is 2 days from Christmas and the North Pole is a beehive of activity. Elves in the workshop are putting finishing touches on toys. Elves in the wrapping warehouse are carefully wrapping presents and adorning them with beautiful bows.
Elves in the mailroom are reading letters from children all over the world and entering new data into their computer system. A few elves are even meeting with Santa, finalizing the naughty and nice list and verifying Santa's upcoming delivery route. Excuse me, Santa, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I fear we have a problem that needs immediate attention.
Oh dear, what is it, Sally? Is there a problem with the reindeer?
I'm afraid so. Prancer simply not himself. He hasn't touched any food in the past 24 hours, and you know how much Prancer likes to eat. Plus, he simply won't get up and move around.
I know, this is a disaster. It's only 2 days before Christmas. We have no plan B in place for this. We need all 8 reindeer to fly this sleigh on Christmas Eve.
No, Patrick, don't panic. Let's get all the facts. Sally, have you asked the vet to come and take a look at Prancer?
Yes, Santa. I expect the vet to be here in a minute.
Very well. Report back to me with the vet's prognosis as soon as possible.
Patrick decides that there is no time to lose. He immediately heads to the office of Chief Elf Engineer.
Evan looks up from the piles of paper covering his desk when Patrick barges into his office without knocking.
Evan, it appears that Prancer's sick. Tell me, can the sleigh fly if we are short 1 reindeer? Well, I don't think so, but let me check to be sure.
Evan speeds through a series of mathematical computations. He spins in his chair, grabs a physics textbook from the shelf behind his desk, and spins back around and continues to calculate.
After his sheet is completely filled with calculations, he looks up at Patrick and removes his glasses.
I regret to inform you that it will be impossible for Santa's sleigh to remain airborne if one of the reindeer is not in its usual position, working to propel the sleigh forward through the sky. I don't know. What a catastrophe this is going to be. That would mean Santa will not be able to deliver presents to the children of the world. Can you imagine the disappointment the world will experience on Christmas morning? Well, maybe I can do something. I have an idea. I need peace and quiet to formally explore the possibilities. No problem. I will just sit here quietly here in this corner and watch you work. No, I simply cannot do my best work when someone is staring at me. Besides, I'll need the doom and gloom attitude in my office. It will hamper my creativity. Can I at least check back with you in 1 hour? Absolutely not. This is going to take some time. Come back in 5 hours and I will share the progress I have made with you. 5 hours? 5 hours. If I have a solution before that, I will find you. But the idea I have brewing in my mind will take some time to execute. Very well.
The veterinarian has just left the stable and sadly does he find Santa to update him on Prancer's situation. Her good friend Charlotte stops her along the way.
No, I'm so glad I spotted you. Word in the workshop is that one of the reindeers is and won't be able to fly on Christmas. Is that true?
I'm afraid it is true. I'm going to tell Santa the devastating news now.
I'll come with.
Charlotte and Sally find Santa sipping cocoa with Mrs. Claus. Patrick is pacing back and forth, chewing on his thumb.
Well, Sally, what did the Doc Martin say about Prancer?
Prancer is very sick. The vet gave him the medicine to give him, but he also said to expect Prancer to be out of commission for at least 3 days.
Poor Prancer. I do hope he gets well.
What will you do, Santa? Is there another reindeer that can take Prancer's place tomorrow night?
I don't believe so. These are the only 8 reindeer we have that have the magical ability to fly.
That's right, Sam.
Can I do anything to help? I really hope it's Evan the engineer. When I told him about the problem earlier today, he claimed he had a possible solution. We can't bother him though. I promise no one would bother him while he is working. He said he would update Santa as it looked like tonight.
Well, it appears we must wait then.
At 5:57, Santa, Mrs. Claus, Patrick, Sally, Charlotte are gathered outside Evan's office door.
The final 3 minutes tick by slowly.
At precisely 6 o'clock, the small crowd gathered outside the door burst into Evan's office.
Did you solve the problem, Evan? What are we going?
Patrick stops mid-sentence. Everyone stares at the object sitting beside Evan's desk. It is a bicycle, but attached to the seat is a back support with an overhang that would sit above the placental rider. 3 heavy-duty propeller blades are attached to the overhang. There are various gears and gadgets attached to the front of the bicycle. As well, it looks a little like a helicopter, but below the blades sits a bicycle.
What is this contraption?
I believe we will be able to attach it to the reins and branches position in the reindeer lineup. If an elf sits on a bicycle or pedals, I believe we will be able to exert the same amount of energy that branches usually contributes. If it works as I envision, you will still be able to make your flight tomorrow night, Santa.
Ho, ho, ho. What a wonderful idea, Evan. I dare say this might just work.
Let's test it immediately. May I try pedaling the bike and keep sky? What makes you think you'll be able to ride the bike?
Charlotte is the perfect elf to ride the bike. She is an amazing athlete, and she's in great shape. Did you forget that she tested out all of the sports equipment that will be delivered to children on Christmas?
That's right. I have also read 4 marathons and I have plans to complete a triathlon next summer. I am confident that I am the best elf for the job.
I like your confidence, Charlotte. You sound like the perfect elf to ride the helicopter bike. Don't you agree, Santa?
Absolutely, Charlotte. I accept your offer to help. Thank you.
I'll go hitch up the reindeer.
To the runway, everyone.
The 15 minutes later, the group is gathered outside on Santa's runway. Sally hitches up the reindeer, and Evan then places the helicopter back in her position. He attaches the reins to the bike's frame. Charlotte mounts the bike, and Santa climbs into the sleigh.
Okay, guys, we're just going on a test run here. We will take off like we normally do, and if it all goes well, we will circle the North Pole and land back here in about 10 minutes.
The reindeer snort their signal to Santa that they understand his plan.
Santa slaps the reins.
Now Dasher, now Charlotte and Vixen, on Commodore, Cupido, Donner, Blitzen, faster, faster!
The reindeer, Charlotte, Santa start to rise from the ground, but never more than 5 to 10 feet before they plummet, hit the ground again, and then bounce back into the air. Charlotte's legs are pedaling fiercely, but it doesn't seem to be enough.
Whoa! Whoa!
Santa turns his steam around and returns to where the others are gathered.
I'm afraid that this isn't going to work as we had hoped.
I'm sorry, Santa. I pedaled as hard as I could. It's not your fault, Charlotte. Here's a flaw in the design. Now what are we going to do? Don't get your hopes up, but I want to make one small revision. I'll work on it tonight, and I'll meet you here bright and early tomorrow morning. Let's try 6 o'clock.
I do hope it works. I'm sure I don't have to remind you that tomorrow will be Christmas Eve.
Evan works through the night. He puts the finishing touches on the contraption at 5:45 a.m. By the time he wheels the bulky object to the runway, the others are already gathered there waiting.
I'm exhausted. I worked all night long.
I would imagine none of us slept well last night.
Well, Evan, what changes did you make?
As you can see, I turned it into a tandem bicycle.
my sleigh. But I realized that one elf, regardless of how strong he or she was, would never be able to pedal hard enough to take the place of a reindeer. But with two elves working together to propel the bike, well, I think that could be a winning combination.
Well, let's hook this thing up to the team.
Who will ride it with me?
I guess I will do it.
No offense, Patrick, but I don't think you're the best person for this particular mission. I think we need to have an optimistic person who believes in the magic of the moment.
You saying I don't believe in Christmas?
No, I didn't mean that.
Santa turns to Mrs. Claus.
Mary, would you care to join me on my Christmas trip around the world this year?
Why, Santa Claus, I'd be honored to join you this year. It's been years since I've joined you on your annual Christmas trip.
Would you like to sit in the front or the back seat?
I'll take the back, Charlotte. Thank you for asking.
Well, let's try this thing out. I know